Hi everyone, Dr. Monette here to welcome you to week 11 of EDU 210. So for this week, we're going to be focusing on Seesaw, which is an amazing app that has so much potential for you as future teachers. And we're also going to be continuing our Google Teacher Level 1 certification training. So for this week, if we scroll down to what to do for week 11, you have some peer discussion board responses that you need to respond back to. So make sure that you respond back to two peers, Class Dojo and Remind 101 discussion board posts. Remember that you're giving thorough feedback on what you saw when you entered into their Remind 101 class and their Class Dojo class. And again, go back and look at the hyperlink here that shows you exactly how to respond to your peers. And then also Chapter 7, Assigning Homework and Providing Practice. Make sure that you respond to two peers discussion boards for this, giving them thorough feedback on what they wrote in their reflection. This is a great time to share resources with each other. Maybe you saw another piece of technology that you could use that they may not have saw, or maybe they mentioned one that you didn't think of before. That's a good time to share these things with each other. So for this week, we're going to be completing part 1 of your Seesaw teacher. So Seesaw is going to be broken up into different parts, and as we click on the hyperlink here, you're going to go to the Google Drive folder for Seesaw, and you're going to see how it is broken up into different chunks. So before we can complete the entire assignment, we have to set it up as a teacher. And then our students have to be invited and they have to complete a portion. So this assignment is going to be chunked out into different sections. So as you can see, Seesaw is an online portfolio for student work, and it's also a communication tool for teachers, parents, and students. And there are two versions of Seesaw. There's Seesaw Class, which is where the teacher creates a class, and also where the students submit work into their online portfolio. The teacher can also share the work with the parents, but for parents to access Seesaw, they have to use Seesaw Family. So there's two different apps for this. Now, Seesaw Class is very, very nice. It has 6 options for your students, and as you explore this, you're going to see the great potential that it has for you in your future classrooms. And the teachers can assign assignments to the class, tell students exactly which of those 6 options to use, and then the students can submit their work to this online portfolio in which you can grade it, and then you can also share it with parents. And students can also share it with each other. And it kind of looks like Facebook a little bit. So when you get in there, you'll kind of notice it kind of has a feed that students can see and parents can see as well. But it's a very, very powerful tool that you can use in your classrooms. So as for the assignments, like I was saying, we're going to be exploring Seesaw in 3 roles. We're going to explore it as a teacher, as a student, and as a parent. So this is broken up into 5 different parts. So part 1 is due Sunday, March 31st at 11:59 p.m. Part 2 is due April 3rd, which is a Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. And then you have another part that is due on Friday, which is April 5th at 11:59 p.m. And then you have parts 4 and 5 due on Sunday, April 7th at 11:59 p.m. Now, again, the reason for the chunking like this is because we have those different roles we have to view. So Seesaw Part 1, which is due on this Sunday coming up, is Part 1, Seesaw Teacher. So after the teacher creates their Seesaw class, they invite their students, but we got to give everybody time to complete that. So that is going to be Part 2, which is due on Wednesday. And then Part 3, giving till Friday for the teacher to go back in and see what the students did. And then parents, because you have to have student work to be able to share it with the parents. So that is why that is due on Sunday, which is Part 4 and Part 5. So you have your Seesaw Parent, Part 4, and Part 5, which is your Seesaw Discussion Board post. So as we scroll down here, there are lots of tutorials and guides to help you. So use these links to help you. And then you're going to create a Seesaw account using your Coker email address and choose Coker College as your school. And here is the link to the Seesaw. And then once you log in, create a class and choose how you want to invite students to the class. I suggest that you invite via email just in case students do not have camera functions for QR codes. So you can just email the code to the students that are supposed to be in your class. And here are some hyperlinks for this. And then now that you have created a class, you're going to view the Getting Started with Seesaw tutorial. And then here is all of that. Now, when you are inviting students to your class, just like we did with Class Dojo and Remind 101, you're going to have groups. So your groups have changed up a little bit from last time. So group 1, here are the students that you're going to invite to your class, and group 2, here are the students you're going to invite to your class. Again, I highly suggest that you invite group members via email. And as soon as you get the email from the classmate, join his or her class as a student and a parent when they invite you as that role as well. And again, you are going to be the student and the parent for yourself. So here are some pictures to show this. And then also make sure that you add me as a co-teacher so that I can see everything that is in your class. In Seesaw, you're going to create the following things. So you're going to create or find an assignment to add from the activity library to share with your students. You're going to send an announcement to students and parents, and you're going to create a blog. For part 2, once you get the email from the teacher, you're going to log in as a student using the login information sent. And then as a student, you're going to complete the following activities. You're going to respond to the blog, and you're going to complete the posted assignment. For part 3, as the teacher, again, now that students have completed the blog and the assignment, you're going to log in as the teacher and do the following. You're going to approve any posts that were submitted. You're going to respond to any blog post or inbox messages, and you're going to provide feedback to the students' assignments. And then the very last part here before your discussion board is part 4, which is the parent directions. So after you complete the student part and the teacher has approved your submissions, then you're going to go in as a parent and you're going to provide feedback to your student, which is you. You're going to respond to your student's work, which again, the student is yourself. So you're going to respond to yourself. You're going to provide yourself feedback, and you're going to respond to any inbox messages that you may have received. For part 5, this is the discussion board. So what you're going to do here, after you've completed parts 1 through 4, you're going to create a discussion board response where you explain your perception of Seesaw. Make sure that you address the following prompts. What is your overall opinion? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What are the pros and the cons? And then how could you use Seesaw in your future classroom? And then after reading the post, make sure that you respond to 2 peers' posts by providing them feedback based on their pros and cons list, future application, and their overall opinion of Seesaw. Now, when you respond to 2 peers' posts, they do not have to be someone that is in your group. You can respond to another group as well in the discussion board. The most important part is that you send the login information to the people in your group. And then down here at the bottom is your rubric. So as long as you go in and you are pretending that you are a student and a teacher and a parent, and you follow the directions that it gives you, and again, it's very simple bulleted list of what it is that you need to do, you are going to get all of your points for this assignment. Now, just a reminder for this, there is only one submission to Blackboard. So the submission that you're going to have for Blackboard is going to be the Seesaw discussion board post. Everything else I'm going to view through the Seesaw when you email it to me. So again, everything is graded from part 5. So you don't have to submit anything for parts 1 through 4, only for part 5, which is the discussion board post. So going back to your weekly directions and guidelines really quickly here. You do have your Google Teacher Level 1 certification training, which is focusing on Unit 10, which is on building interactive lessons. That is going to take you about 63 minutes to complete, and it's 5 lessons. So make sure that you take your screenshots and you submit those to Blackboard in the Unit 10 folder. And then last but not least, you're going to have your Chapter 8 textbook discussion board post, which is focusing on identifying similarities and differences. So make sure that you go and you address those prompt questions, and then in the following week, make sure that you give your peers really good feedback based off of their reflections, what they took away from the chapter, and the standout technology. So for this week, if you have any questions for the assignments, again, the only thing that is due for this week is going to be part 1, which is the Seesaw Teacher. Next week, you will complete the rest of them, which is 2 through 5. Again, you won't submit anything for part 1 in Blackboard. So just a reminder of that. I will be able to see everything by entering your Seesaw class as a 1 student and 2 as a co-teacher. So make sure that you are just reminded of that. I can see everything through that app. Again, if you have any questions throughout the week, please let me know and give me at least 24 hours to respond back to you.